Game of Thrones, the TV show, did not understand the point of Robb Stark's storyline. And then they killed him! To be fair, he was gonna die either way. But still, like, get it right before you do it. Like it says here in this comment, there were some big differences between the storyline of Robb getting married in the book versus the show, which pretty obviously show us that they didn't really get the point of Robb's storyline in the book. As a refresher, in the show, Robb meets this woman from Essos, or I think Volantis, who is like a medieval medic, and he meets her while she's, like, helping people in the battlefield, and then they like slowly grow to love each other because, oh my gosh, look at the empathy, and ooh yeah, blah. And then they're basically like, oh, we're just so into each other, so we're gonna do it, and we want to get married because, like, this is true love, yay! That's not the point of Robb's marriage storyline. So in the book, it's a little different. Robb is like injured off screen for a while and gets holed up in a castle in the Westerlands. Westerlands is like where the Lannisters are in charge. Cool. As he's recovering at the castle of the Westerlings. They are like an ancient Westerland house who are vassals of the Lannisters, but, Robb and his army like conquered the castle or whatever. And then while he's there and injured and, being looked after, he gets looked after by the daughter of the Lord, Jane Westerling. And so, off screen, in the course of looking after him, one thing leads to another. Maybe he got a little drunk, and then they do it. And because Robb is such a stand-up guy, he's like, oh, okay, well, I gotta marry you now, gotta make this right. And so he marries her, to protect her honor, despite what that means with the phrase and breaking that promise. Are you catching on to what the big issue is here? The show presents Robb's storyline with his wife that they made up for some reason as being this, like, star-crossed lovers, we're gonna stick it to the system because true love is gonna conquer all. But that's not the point. Robb seems to like Jane Westerling in the book, but, like, again, his main consideration is he feels bad for taking her V card and is like, okay, I'm gonna marry you because, like, that's the right thing to do. That's what duty demands of me. A Stark doing what they think is correct and their duty over the smart thing to do. Is that a theme? But as we know from D&D, themes are for 8th grade book reports, so who the hell cares about it when we can have this, like, love story that doesn't really have anything to do with the theming around this particular family and their entire storyline. And beyond it, like, missing the entire point that, like, honor and duty, while, like, good concepts are always the Achilles heel of the Starks, it also robs the Lannisters of some of their, like, evil conspiratorial planning. Because as becomes apparent later, the Westerlings are still in cahoots with the Lannisters. And so basically, or at least the mother Westerling, I forget her name, but she essentially, like, purposefully pimps out her daughter without her daughter's knowledge, because her daughter is, like, she's really actually in love here, but she basically pimps out her daughter. We think that, like, drugged or something Robb so that his, like, senses are a little off, and then allows, like, the kids to do it so that the next day when everyone's caught, it's like, oh, well, you gotta do the right thing. And Robb, being a Stark, is like, yeah, okay, I'll do the right thing. Who cares if it'll bite me in the butt later? Again, because that's, like, a theme with the Starks. So we lose, like, the conspiratorial aspects where, like, the Lannisters get the Westerlings to create a context where the Red Wedding can then happen because now the Freys have a reason to be angry. We also lose the core of the Stark family storyline, which once again is just tragic because, like, all of these storylines are so well thought out and, like, the themings match all the schemings, and it's good shit, Also, if you don't mind this change, that's totally great. You don't need to tell me in the comments. I know there are people who don't mind or don't care, and that's cool. I'm so happy for you. I'm not in that club. And as always, please leave a comment if there's something you want me to talk about. If it's something that I have an opinion on, I am always happy to, record one of these and start spouting nonsense. Cool? Okay, goodbye.